Crypto, let's go. All right. We're just gonna go with the weekly. There's too much time left in the month to really worry about that, but we are coming to the end of a week. We'll start here with Monero. Monero recovering from last Sunday's dump pretty well. Yesterday it was down towards the lows, I think with about 196. Having a pretty good day today. We'll look a little more into that. It's kind of 50-50 now. I mean, the good news is it didn't dump further, but this was, the lowest close since January 19th. So not terrible, but and it was close enough. It was far away enough, I should say, from the bottom, from Monday's kind of dump to maybe that was, the secondary dump, and that's okay. But then again, we're still below this kind of area. I definitely had us breaking down below the triangle yesterday. I imagine we will not close back in the triangle today, although it would be bullish. Still 3 hours left in the day. This might, it's kind of tough to say where this triangle could be. It could be something like that. And as far out to being something like that. Either way, yesterday I would say broke it. Today we'll kind of see where we can close. But, all in all, it's an okay day. We're still closing in yesterday's bottom well below the prior week's lows. So I do imagine we close, below 220. Probably in this range. I mean, we only have a few hours left, but a lot can happen. Let's look at the 4 hour. We do have what we needed to see is we didn't spend too much time below the 200 moving average, which is nice. Hopefully we can close this candle somewhere around here before going higher. So this could turn out to be promising. I mean, this is what we want the rebound to look like. It's just too early to tell. Losing the 200 on the 4 hour would be tough. It doesn't really like to lose it 2 times in a row. It'll bounce off it, but I guess this was back in early January. So it's been a month since we've really struggled around that line. It has more of an upward slope. So yeah, hopefully we get something Sunday into early next week. We can kind of be getting back up in this triangle in this kind of ascending wedge action. So, okay day, but nothing to get excited about. I definitely want to get back above the 20-day moving average, which could happen tomorrow or like I said, early next week. All right, against Bitcoin, doing a little better. Might even close green this week. Daily, here's the daily. So this one, I don't think we broke the triangle the ascending triangle. We could draw something like this. Something like that kind of seems good to me. We're looking like we're closing back above the 20-day. We will be below the 200. That's fine. Let's see if we can really get above this 200, especially that would make the 20 crossover. That'd be great. So we're just squeezing into this. It really is a 50-50. Are we going to dump or pump? Dump or pump? We shall see. And on the 4 hour, we never really lost that 200 too much. We were always hugging it, and we've kind of rallied off it. So Monero is doing what you'd like to see. If it pumps, it just needs to do more. So let's check out the order book. Order book. This is perpetual contract, not looking great. I do like this dark green here on the dump yesterday. Yeah, it just kind of looks how it always looks. You'd like after one of these dumps for the selling to kind of stop, but it hasn't. So, you know, I'm pretty neutral here after the dump yesterday, and today's price action. I'm just pretty neutral. Let's go ahead and go to Litecoin. We can check out the weekly. I mean, it's a pretty nice candle, closing definitely on the highs. Of course, there's a chance it could turn green. Definitely want it to be above, the 100 level. Above 105 is better. If we could get a miracle into the 115s, that'd be great. Kind of keep this triangle. And here's the ascending triangle I have us that we broke down actually on Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday's when it was definitely became clear. It looks like it wants to get back in this triangle. Litecoin has kind of been going sideways into the end of the week, whereas some of the other coins have been trending down. So seeing a little bit of relative strength here against the market out of Litecoin. Yeah, so this could get back up into that area. Let's check it out on the 4-hour. And yeah, I mean, it's just well off the lows from the low. I mean, we're still, we are, we're about 30% off the low. So that is what we want to see. But I do think we need to, could it come back down, scare everybody and go up? Yes, definitely. That could happen. So again, nothing to get excited about. Definitely want to regain the 200 moving average, regain this triangle, get back in there, and then push towards the highs. And that's what we want to see out of Litecoin before we get excited. But I do imagine if we do approach these highs again, I'd be pretty bullish here. So, if we can get above this 135, kind of touching the ascending triangle, you could probably even make it a symmetrical triangle of some sort here if you really wanted to. Yeah, so I think approaching this 135 level is going to be super bullish and could lead to some big gains. And that really could happen pretty soon. I mean, that's not out of the question in a few days, especially I like this kind of bottoming pattern. It kind of just has a little bit of an upward feel to it. Let's see how today closes, tomorrow closes. So yeah, it's just the market looks kind of neutral in that on the good side, we had a capitulation event. We're holding, the gains that we kind of got off the bottom. But on the flip side, the market, these are kind of the market leaders, and the market kind of looks like it wants to keep going lower. And so I think we're definitely in a no man's land right here. And let's check it out against the order book. Is looking all right. There's against Bitcoin. Yeah, let's check it against Bitcoin. Here's against the US dollar. It's looking good. It's looking fine. So Litecoin, yeah, there's Litecoin, Bitcoin. And yeah, here you can kind of see it also somewhat since the capitulation event, doing well against Bitcoin. Again, also broken down out of this symmetrical triangle, looking like it wants to regain it. Never really lost a 200-day moving average, which is nice. Maybe we close it above it today. And early next week, we can get back into this symmetrical triangle, which again, if these kind of events line up together with, breaking 135, breaking out of this symmetrical triangle against Bitcoin, we could be in good shape here. 4-hour. Yeah. So we want to get back up to there. Not much else there. Okay. Let's check out Stellar. We'll have a sequential 9 tomorrow. We got an inside candle. not much to say here. I mean, luckily we're definitely in a bullish. Well, let's go to the weekly. It's obvious to see that, yes, we went up too quick, obviously now, but it's also obvious to see that we're not even close to the breakout area or anything like that. So I like the bounce. It is looking like a tough close. Hopefully we can get a little higher. But we'll see when this thing turns around. It's just looking like it's in some consolidation for sure. So nothing to worry about, but nothing to get excited about either. 4 hour. Yeah, just again, Litecoin's kind of more pushing towards its highs of the rebound, whereas, some of these other coins, Stellar is kind of right in the middle, or, let's see how far it's up off the lows. So Stellar is about 25% off the low. So there it is. I don't really, against Bitcoin, it's just not that interesting. It's just not interesting. Let's look at the order book. Order book for Stellars continues to be pretty juicy. A lot of green. So I like Stellar because of this the most, to be honest. It's kind of the opposite of Monero, where Monero's order book looks like crap, but the chart kind of looks more bullish to me for relatively short term, a little bit shorter term on the daily and whatnot. But I still don't see any problem here with Stellar. Ripple, we're getting our 9 today. Also not much, just at consolidation. So I don't foresee too much. Let's look at the weekly, go back. Yeah. It's definitely looking better than Stellar. So I think it's just going to be consolidation sideways into spring is what it's looking like. But definitely bullish here in the longer term for Ripple. Short term, nothing much to say, but because it is so bullish, just in the long run, some news could spark this thing going higher, and that'll probably be the next catalyst for Stellar and Ripple, is just some good news, and it just pumping on that. It really looks the same against Bitcoin as the US dollar, or did make a new low. That's okay. But yeah, nothing much to say there. All right, let's check out ETH. How's ETH doing? How's everybody? Closing below the 220 week, never a good thing. It's also kind of rolling over, kind of going sideways, rolling over. So, although it feels like, maybe it could be the bottom, and we're definitely off the lows, closing above the 200 week. That's great, but for me, confirmation has to be above the 20 week to say we're in a bull market. So maybe some of these other coins like Litecoin can kind of lead the market and show us which direction, while everybody's trying to figure out what ETH is going to do. But see, ETH, it came off these lows real good, but it has not been able to follow through at all. I could see us even in the next couple of days kind of getting another rally higher, but then the 20-day could be crossing below the 200-day, which would not be good, and that'd be tough right there. I would not expect that to break. So yeah, I'm looking for ETH to kind of rebound early next week, maybe later into the week, before getting some more rejection in this below $3,000, and then kind of going lower. Maybe we can form some sort of a ascending triangle out of this, and then break out into March. So that's kind of the bullish case there. Otherwise, we really have to hold these levels. Let's look at it against Bitcoin. It looks like crap. The order book looks all right, I believe. Let's look against oh, there's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's order book looks all right. Definitely don't love how it's just respecting the selling. It just gets knocked down and just a little bit of selling, bam. But we could be forming something. All right, Ethereum. Okay, that looks pretty nice. Got a little pocket. I think this was last night. Continued buying into today. So it doesn't look terrible, but the price action is not great. And even against Bitcoin. So, there you go. Again, the capitulation candle is still in play. We're well off the lows. So we have that going for us. So here we're, only 21% off the highs. That we have that going for us. The bad thing is all the daily moving averages are now bearish, below the 20-week moving average. So it's just, for this one, I would say I'm 60%, bearish versus bullish, whereas some of these others a little bit kind of flipped, but really they'll all kind of move together. And lastly, let's look at Bitcoin weekly. Yeah, we definitely want to stay above, 95,000. We don't want this to get fat and red. We want it to be skinny and red, which it is for the most part. So tomorrow's a big day. Hopefully we can, maybe we have another slight, tomorrow, maybe we have a candle that looks like the Monday candle where we come down, scare people, and then go back up and finish green. But we're looking like 3 dojis in a row, closing at the lows. Yeah, this is short term looking definitely like it wants to go lower. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, we just, after the, the initial reaction higher off the dump, it's just been bleeding lower and creating lower highs for sure. But again, we are somewhat well off the lows, but not would always like it to be more. Yeah, you'd kind of like this to kind of be the opposite, kind of coming up more, but it's not terrible, but not great. So yeah, I gotta say at this point, like short term, gotta be 60% bearish, 40% bullish, especially when you gotta weight Bitcoin more than the other coins, and it's just not looking that great. Order book's looking all right, so that's good. We got that, but yeah, if we do kind of go lower here in the next few hours, hopefully we can recover into Sunday, Monday. We'll have to see that. One thing I did want to show is we are making a lower low than yesterday finally. We also have a sequential 9 tomorrow possibly, but it might not happen if we kind of roll over. So this could be rolling over. Again, I think Litecoin's kind of leading the market right here in this, week. So it's not like that much. Monero is a little hard to read. Some of the other coins aren't doing much. ETH not doing great. So we'll see. This is a wicked candle here on the weekly. Can we go get below 60% next week and something like Litecoin pump? Some good news come out. That would be great. But yeah. So there you go. Crypto. Let's go. Peace, everybody.